Courteney Cox is one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, best known for her iconic roles as Monica Geller in Friends and Gale Weathers in the Scream franchise. But beyond her on-screen success, her life is filled with fascinating twists from her rebellious teenage years to her journey through fame, love, and motherhood. Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the life and career of Courteney Cox. Courteney Bass Cox, born June 15, 1964, is an American actress and filmmaker. She rose to international prominence for playing Monica Geller in the NBC sitcom Friends, 1994-2004, and Gale Weathers in the horror film franchise Scream, 1996-present. Her accolades include a Screen Actors Guild Award, nominations for 2 Emmy Awards and a Golden Globe Award, and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Cox has starred in the NBC sitcom Family Ties, 1987-1989, the FX drama series Dirt, 2007-2008, the ABC/TBS sitcom Cougar Town, 2009-2015, which she also directed, and the Starz horror comedy series Shining Vale, 2022-2023. Her film credits include the action fantasy Masters of the Universe, 1987, the comedy Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, 1994, the animated comedy Barnyard, 2006, the fantasy comedy Bedtime Stories, 2008, and the independent drama Mothers and Daughters, 2016. Cox owns the production company Coquette Productions, which was created by Cox and her then-husband David Arquette. She has directed the television drama film Talhad Blonde, 2012, the black comedy drama film Just Before I Go, 2014, and executive produced the game show Celebrity Name Game, 2014-2017. Cox was born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama. She is a daughter of businessman Richard Lewis Cox, 1931-2001, and Courtney Copeland, née Bass, 1934-2020. Cox has 2 older sisters, Virginia and Dorothy, and an older brother, Richard Jr. Her parents divorced in 1974 and her mother then married businessman Hunter Copeland, uncle to music promoter and business manager Ian Copeland and the Police drummer Stuart Copeland. After graduating from Mountain Brook High School, Cox left for Mount Vernon College in Washington, D.C., now part of George Washington University, but did not complete her architecture course, opting instead to pursue a career in modeling and acting. Cox has English and Norman ancestry. Researching her family tree for the series Who Do You Think You Are?, Cox discovered she was a direct descendant of William the Conqueror and Edward I of England. Career. Early work. Cox worked at video game publisher Bethesda Softworks briefly in the 1980s. She was chosen from a casting call by director Brian De Palma to appear in the 1984 music video for Bruce Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark, as the young woman pulled on stage at the St. Paul Civic Center to dance with Springsteen. Her early television work includes a starring role as Gloria Dinallo in the short-lived NBC science fiction fantasy series Misfits of Science, 1985, and guest starring roles in the ABC comedy drama series The Love Boat, 1986, and the CBS crime drama series Murder, She Wrote, 1986. She later had a recurring role as Lauren Miller, the girlfriend of Michael J. Fox's character Alex P. Keaton in the NBC comedy series Family Ties, 1987-1989. Cox's early film roles include Masters of the Universe, 1987, Cocoon, The Return, 1988, and I'll Be Home for Christmas, 1988. She also played Jewel Jagger, the tough-as-nails assistant of Larry Burroughs, James Belushi, in Mr. Destiny, 1990. 1990s, international breakthrough. In 1993, Cox co-starred in the short-lived CBS sitcom The Trouble with Larry, alongside Bronson Pinchot and Perry King. The following year, shortly before the debut of the sitcom Friends, Cox starred alongside Jim Carrey in the comedy film Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and as Jerry Seinfeld's girlfriend, Meryl, in the Seinfeld episode The Wife. In 1994, Cox was asked to audition for the starring role of Rachel Green on a new sitcom, Friends. She was cast as Monica Geller instead. At first the most famous cast member of the new show, Cox joined Jennifer Aniston, Rachel Green, Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe Buffay, Matt LeBlanc, Joey Tribbiani, Matthew Perry, Chandler Bing, and David Schwimmer, Ross Geller, for what became her most famous role, lasting for 10 seasons until 2004. The series is commonly referred to as one of the greatest of all sitcoms. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, 2005, Cox, along with her female co-stars, became the highest-paid TV actress of all time, with her $1 million per episode fee for the final 2 seasons of Friends. Syndication of the series earned Cox and her co-stars an estimated $20 million in annual residuals. In 1995, she was cast in Toad the Wet Sprocket's music video Good Intentions. The song was also featured on the Friends soundtrack. Between seasons 5 and 6, she married David Arquette and consequently changed her name to Courteney Cox Arquette. A joke reference to this is made in the opening credits of the episode The One After Vegas, where the rest of the cast has Arquette added to their names. The dedication for Courteney and David, who did get married, a reference to Monica and Chandler's decision not to marry in the episode, appears during the fade-out to the tag scene. Cox received further recognition and critical acclaim for her starring role as reporter Gail Weathers in the high-profile slasher horror film Scream, 1996, and its sequel Scream 2, 1997, and Scream 3, 2000. The series is one of the highest-grossing and critically acclaimed horror franchises of all time. Cox's character was well known for her snappy remarks and being brilliantly bossy. She met her future husband, David Arquette, who played her on-screen love interest, Dwight Dewey Riley, while filming the first Scream film. Cox also hosted an episode of the variety sketch series Saturday Night Live in July 1995 and appeared in the crime thriller film The Runner, 1999. 2000s, continued success. Cox's major films during this period include the crime drama 3,000 Miles to Graceland, 2001, and the comedy The Shrink Is In, 2001. In late 2003, Cox and Arquette produced 1 season of the reality television series Mix It Up. The Lifestyle series, which aired on the We Cable channel, struggled with low ratings and was not renewed for a second season. After the conclusion of Friends, Cox was producer Mark Cherry's first choice to be offered a starring role as Susan Mayer on Desperate Housewives, but Cox was unavailable due to her pregnancy and the role later went to Terry Hatcher. A few years later, Cox signed a deal with ABC Studios, formerly Touchstone Television, to star in her own series. She starred in the independent drama film November, 2005, which had a limited theatrical release. She had a cameo appearance in the big-budget remake The Longest Yard, 2005, as Lena, the girlfriend of Paul Crewe, Adam Sandler, and co-starred with Tim Allen in the critically derided Zoom, 2006. Cox voiced Daisy the cow in the animated film Barnyard, 2006. A Friends reunion film was rumored to be in production following the success of Sex and the City, 2008, but this was later denied by Warner Brothers and others. Cox starred as Lucy Spiller, a cynical tabloid editor, in the FX television drama series Dirt, which premiered in 2007. Cox and her then-husband David Arquette were the executive producers of the series. The series was eventually canceled after the second season in 2008. In July 2008, Entertainment Weekly announced that Cox signed on to star in a 3-episode arc for the television medical comedy series Scrubs. Also that year, she starred in the fantasy comedy film Bedtime Stories, reuniting with co-star Adam Sandler. She went to executive produce the short drama film The Butlers in Love, directed by David Arquette. Cox guest starred in a 3-episode story arc on former Friends co-star Lisa Kudrow's webcomedy series Web Therapy, 2009. Also in 2009, she began her role as the star of the single-camera ABC comedy series Cougar Town, playing a newly single 40-year-old mother on the hunt for new experiences. It is notably Cox's most successful work since Friends, earning her a nomination for the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, Television Series Musical or Comedy. The series' 3rd season was set to premiere in November 2011, but moved to February 14, 2012. Cox directed 2 episodes of the series' 15 episodes that season. The 4th season premiered on January 8, 2013. The series came to an end on March 31, 2015, after 6 seasons. 2010s, directorial debut and expansion. Cox reprised her role as Gale Weathers from the Scream trilogy for the sequel Scream 4. The film was released in theaters on April 15, 2011. She made her directorial debut and had a cameo appearance in a Lifetime television drama film Talhad Blonde, which premiered on the network on June 23, 2012. In 2014, Cox directed and produced the black comedy film Just Before I Go, starring Seann William Scott and Alicia Cuthbert. The film premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival on April 24, 2014, and it was released in select theaters on April 24, 2015. From 2014 to 2017, she executive produced the syndicated game show Celebrity Name Game, hosted by Craig Ferguson. It ended after 3 seasons. The series earned her a nomination for the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Game Show. In 2016, Cox starred in the independent drama film Mothers and Daughters, alongside Susan Sarandon, Mira Sorvino, and Sharon Stone. The film was released to generally negative reviews on May 6, 2016. In 2019, she created and executive produced the Facebook Watch documentary series 9 Months with Courteney Cox, which focuses on people from across the country of various race, religion, and class as they self-document their 9-month journey of pregnancy. It lasted for 3 seasons until 2021. In 2020, she guest starred in the ABC sitcom Modern Family. Cox reunited with her Friends co-stars for a reunion special titled Friends, The Reunion, which was released on May 27, 2021, on HBO Max. The special earned Cox a nomination for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Variety Special, pre-recorded. In the same year, she launched her line of home products, named HomeCourt. She also participated in the Celebrity Escape Room special to raise $150,000 for Red Nose Day. Cox reprised her role as Gale Weathers for the 5th Scream film, which was directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett. The film was released on January 14, 2022, to box office success and positive reviews. Also in 2022, she signed on to star alongside Greg Kinnear in the Starz horror comedy series Shining Vale. From creators Sharon Horgan and Jeff Astrof, she plays Patricia Pat Phelps, who moves her family from the crazy of the city to a large, old house in the suburbs where evil and humor collide. Cox again reprised her role as Gale Weathers for the 6th Scream film, which she also executive produced. The film was released on March 9, 2023, to box office success and positive reviews. Also in 2023, she received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She is set to executive produce and star as Brittany Wagner in the Spectrum Originals adaptation of the documentary series Last Chance U. Personal life. Courteney Cox has her own production company, Coquette Productions, after creating it with her ex-husband David Arquette. They were married from 1999 to 2012. The divorce was signed in May 2013. They were blessed with a daughter, Coco, born in 2004. Before Arquette, she had relationships with Michael Keaton, rock promoter Ian Copeland, and singer Adam Duritz. Courteney Cox has dated Snow Patrol band member Johnny McDade since 2013. They were planning to marry in 2014, but in 2019 announced they had called off their engagement, although they still remain in a committed relationship. Courteney Cox's net worth. With a career spanning 4 decades, Cox has amassed an estimated $150 million fortune. Beyond acting, she owns Coquette Productions, which produced Cougar Town and Dirt. Has made savvy real estate moves, including selling a Malibu beach house for $27 million.